Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Full 10 Yards Henwood hierarchy, taking you through the top 10 NFL teams after week one. I'll be doing this each and every week as long as availability lets me. Let's crack into it. This week, as you'll see from the power rankings, I have apologized profusely to many a football team and their fans simply because you try not to overreact to week one. But sometimes you have to, sometimes you ask for a bit more. Sometimes you just don't think that you got the right placement to start with. So some promotions, some relegations, a lot of debate in between, thanks to all the shocks that we've had this week. Pittsburgh fans, I promise you it's not a Homer issue. It's just I need to see a bit more. Let's kick off. So number 10, Dallas Cowboys. My God, they definitely showed that they've got what it takes to take top teams right up to the hilt. I thought they were going to get blown away by 6-7 points at least. They probably should have won the game in all honesty, and that with a returning Super Bowl champion team in their front yard. After getting the rings, all the hype and circumstance, and they still came in, even with injuries, problems across the board, and they still put in that performance. I don't think there's going to be any issues for them in the NFC East after that, so they're at number 10. Number 9, San Francisco 49ers. Not the most convincing win against Detroit, but they definitely did more than enough. And I think that realistically, they just put their foot off the gas in the fourth quarter and let Detroit have some much needed optimism going into the rest of the year. Number 8, Green Bay Packers. My goodness, what a terrible week it has been for the Green Bay Packers. It was Aaron Rodgers' worst game ever, I believe, with pretty much every stat across the board, including fantasy stats. They've gone down 4 spots from the preseason power rankings that I did. But don't panic too much. This could all easily turn back around. They've got the Lions this coming week. Don't think there'll be a problem there. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens. Wow. Did not expect for the Las Vegas Raiders to come away with that one the way that they did. The main problem for Baltimore is that their defense completely fell apart. I think that Marcus Peters' loss is huge. They've got other injury issues before they'd even kicked off. Their camp has been woeful. Lamar Jackson can still do Lamar Jackson things, but there's less and less people he can do it with. And that defense will become an issue because they have kept the side in quite often. You don't think about it, but the Ravens defense was pretty top caliber for the last few seasons. So there'll be an issue there. Again, not much to panic about, though, at the moment. 7th seems about right. Number 6, and one of the big fallers, the Buffalo Bills. So the Pittsburgh Steelers I've put as one down, actually, back up down into 17th, simply because of other risers. I don't think that Pittsburgh played well. I think that Buffalo played worse. And it could just be week one jitters, but Josh Allen couldn't get it going, really. They don't have a run game, which is going to be an issue. Their defense is doing just fine. I don't see any issues with the defense. The offense, maybe it just takes a couple of weeks for them to click. So, yeah, not the fast start we expected from them. Maybe it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to put them down, but it's because of the ones which are coming up. Number 5, Seattle Seahawks. Very good, honest, clean win against the Indianapolis Colts. Russell Wilson looks great. He looks pretty much like he's ready to take the league by storm. I think a cheeky Russell Wilson for MVP could easily be in the mix. Number 4, Los Angeles Rams. Again, took care of business against Chicago. Didn't see too many issues. Defense did fine. Offense looked rolling. Matthew Stafford looked great. Yeah, I think that they will be the ones to beat in the NFC if Tampa Bay slip up at all. Number 3, Cleveland Browns. Now, I didn't expect to put the Cleveland Browns in third before kicking off against Kansas City. I was very pessimistic going into it. I said that we were going to lose by 4 points, actually, to Kansas, but I didn't think that we would look as good as we did. Realistically, the Browns should have beaten the Chiefs. And if we did, then it probably would have been a more optimistic third, maybe even second. But no, the Chiefs are still the cream of the crop alongside the Buccaneers. They are the top 2 for a reason. there is a small gap, and it is now narrowing. But with Mayfield playing the way that he did on Sunday, he was fantastic. Realistically, the only thing he did wrong was get clipped by Dan Sorensen, which skewed his throwaway. You got to hope that he cleans that up for the rest of the year. But apart from that, they had a fantastic day. Nick Chubb was great again. The defense looks a lot better this year, a lot better. The amount of contested one-on-ones was a massive deal with the pass defense against Patrick Mahomes. They had a tough time. If you give the Chiefs a tough time at Arrowhead Stadium, you got a good team. So they're there at 3. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs. They're not number 1 simply because there is nothing to prove yet that they are going to beat the Bucs next time around. Realistically, 1 and 2, you might as well just have them as a single spot. But yeah, Chiefs at 2. They've already got a win over their closest rivals in the AFC. So they've got over the Browns, the Bills, the Ravens. The number 1 seed already looks much favorable to the Chiefs. Number 1, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not much to say, really. They did what they had to do against Dallas, did it well enough, and go on to the next one. So no need to drop them down. If you would like to see the rest of the power rankings, they are up. You should be able to see them on social media and also on the website for the full breakdown at full10yards.co.uk/power rankings. Thank you very much. This has been Josh Henwood with the Henwood Hierarchy for this week. I'll see you in week 2.